Welcome back. Another episode of Mindfulness Moments. I hope all of you have had a great week. Your practice is developing. You're developing a time to dedicate to practice. You're definitely dedicating time to this channel, and I greatly appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and select a card. Today's card, the River of Feelings. Feelings are born, take shape, last for a few moments, then disappear. As with the physical form, birth and death of feelings occur in every moment. In meditation, we can look mindfully at this river of feelings. We can contemplate their arising, their remaining, and their disappearance. We witness their impermanence. When we have unpleasant feelings, we can say to ourselves, "This feeling is in me. It will stay for a while, and then it will disappear because it is impermanent." Just by seeing the impermanence of feelings in this way, we suffer a lot less. What a fitting card to continue on the subject of suffering, the subject of impermanence. The concept of impermanence is very important. If we can understand this deeply, if we can see that all things come and go, that the tree produces beautiful flowers, beautiful leaves, and then those leaves and flowers fall from the tree and they return to the earth in a different form. They become compost, they become nourishment. But the whole time they're there, someone can enjoy the beautiful cherry blossom, the colors, the fragrance. They can even enjoy watching it fall. See the clouds cross in front of the mountains. You see them in the sky. The sky is unstained by those clouds moving. The mountain is obscured for just a moment. This is how our thoughts work. Our thoughts arise, and if we let them, they will go. But sometimes, because of this thinking mind, because of this ego mind, we play with them. We want to kind of marinate in them, ruminate in them. Some of us have become so comfortable in our suffering that we choose not to see the impermanence of these thoughts, of these feelings, of these emotions. He says in this card, we can witness the impermanence. We can say to ourselves, this feeling is in me. It will stay for a while, and then it will disappear because it's an impermanent. He doesn't say this feeling is me. This is a very important point. If we identify with that feeling, then it will stick around for longer. We just notice that it's part of our human condition. It's part of our makeup. And we see that this thought will go, So, how do we do this? How do we do this in our meditation? How do we do this in our daily practice? First is to shed light. First is to go inside. First is to recognize that these thoughts and feelings are coming up. Second is to not to identify with them. You can identify it, but don't identify with. There's a difference there. And then you let go. You breathe into it. You see the impermanence. You can notice what it's doing to you physiologically. Your temperature changing. Are you becoming irritable? Is it in your head? Is it a place you've been familiar with? And just draw attention to it and let it go. Let it pass through your mind, just like that cloud in the sky, and let it go. And know that there are sunny days to come. The sun will rise. The sun will set. So if we can let go of our attachment, I mentioned this last week in the five skandhas, part of our suffering is caused by our attachment. Letting go is a very important point. Not identifying with your feelings, knowing that they exist. I have them. There's a very famous saying, this too shall pass. This too shall pass. And every time we can let go of this, every time we can recognize it, we can care for it, and we can let it go, we build up that muscle. We build up that practice. We build up that habit. And sometimes we'll get caught around, like the ball blowing inside in the lottery. When they do the lottery on TV, you see that ball bouncing around. But at some point, it settles. At some point, we have to settle. We have to come back. We recognize that this thought is not us. It's in us. We let it go. We return to our breath. We return to our practice. We relieve the suffering in us. And the more we can learn to do this and actually do it, actually put it into practice, the more we're able to help others. We can help others because we have experienced the beauty of letting go, the beauty of not identifying with these thoughts, the beauty of recognizing the impermanence. When we can do that, we can be more present. We can be more present with the person that we're sitting with, that we're talking with. We can separate ourselves from these feelings, from these emotions. We can take their hand and assure them that this too will pass because we ourselves have experienced it. I've often spoken of the importance of the word of practice. We have to put these teachings into practice. Intellectually learning them, regurgitating them is of no use. We have to practice them. It's just like taking a recipe in a cookbook. You can tear it out and hold it on your desk and talk to people about, oh yeah, I can make this. I know all the ingredients. But until you actually start heating up the pan, melting the butter, That's all. You're not creating, you're not doing, you're not practicing. So this week, let us practice letting go. Let us practice separating from our feelings. We're not ignoring, we're acknowledging, we're not identifying. We let them rise, we let them go. And the better we get with this, we'll see that the time in between these emotions rising is shorter. The time in between, the time in between them arising is longer. The time of us getting trapped in the monkey mind of it, trapped in the chewing on it, in the gnawing on it, in the marinating it, that gets shorter. And that's growth. Thank you for joining each week. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. If you feel that this is valuable for a loved one or a friend, please share it with them. Like and comment below. And if you have any questions, I'm open and willing to give them an answer or response.